She's been telling us probably since she was 6 that she was coming to OU. Both my husband and I went to OU. We would tell her, someday you might, someday we'll see if you can get there.
I'm the first person of Down syndrome to be a roughneck little sis.
You are.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
The only person with Down syndrome to be a roughneck little sis,
yes.
Right? Yeah. We made Addie pick between going through Rush or being a roughneck little sis. She wanted to try that route first, and she got selected.
The roughnecks will really make me proud. I help with the ponies, I water them, and I give them treats, and also riding in the Sooner.
It's something that we never, ever imagined when she was born that we would be able to do for her. We knew she was gonna do great things, but she needed some supports and she needed some tools to be able to do them. DDS has given us that. Joy was our case manager. We tell her all the things that Addie does or doesn't do, or things she needs help with, or things she's really good at, what her strengths and weaknesses are. She researched stuff, she found ideas. She was like, what about this? Would this be helpful? There are ways to get them to be more independent. You just have to keep thinking outside the box. What is a support that you use that helps you stay on track?
My Skylight. It's an app I use for my calendar.
That first 8 weeks was rough. She's very busy and she has stuff to do all the time. Her sitting down to do a schedule was hard. She didn't want to do that, or she would do it for about 30 minutes and then she was done. And I'm like, we got to put all the rest of this stuff on there. Now on Sundays, I do have her sit down and make her go through that schedule with me, because eventually she's going to be doing it. We want her to do it all by herself, which she does do a lot of it by herself.
I put in meal plans, my classes, how I need to brush my teeth. Ew. But
she gets frustrated when I remind her, but when she can just look at her calendar and be like, oh, I gotta do that today, it's not a problem.
The Skylight gives me reminders so I don't have to listen to my mom.
I think this calendar just gave her more of an independent feeling to, this is my schedule. If it's not on my calendar, that's one thing. It is not on my calendar, Mom. And I'm like, well, we're gonna put it in there real quick, so you have to be there. When you put that stuff on the Skylight and you do all those things that keep you on schedule, how does that make you feel?
Comfortable.
Comfortable and glad that Mom and Dad aren't having to tell you all the time?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, because you don't like for us to tell you.
I mean, heck yeah.
Yeah. One very important device that we have is the Angel Sense. It also has a button on it that she can push if there's any kind of an emergency.
My Angel Sense keeps me safe.
She has that to be able to call us and know that, she's safe. And if there is an emergency, that she can push that button and call us immediately. The Echo has been a game changer.
I can ask my Echo for the weather so I can pick out my clothes out for the next day.
I mean, she does ask it for the weather, and she asks it for our weather, at home. So, and that just helps her relieve a lot of the anxiety and the stress that she has sometimes. I would like a family to know that's thinking about sending their kid to college that it's scary, but it's the greatest thing that we've ever done for her. I mean, it is terrifying to send any kid to college, much less a kid with a disability. So these things help us reduce anxiety, and they also help Addie reduce her anxiety. What did Dad and I tell you? As long as it doesn't hurt your body or your brain, you can make the rule on your own, right?
Yes.
But when it starts hurting your body and your brain,
they can step in.
She feels safe because she knows that if there is an issue, she could go in her room and say, Mom, I need you to drop in, Those kind of things relieve her anxiety and make her feel like it's home here, because she loves it here.
I have a stopping ground here.
OU is home?
Yes, OU's home.
She literally would rather sleep here than sleep in her own bed. She feels that safe and she feels that secure. It has made her so independent. And so because of all that, I feel like she's done amazing. She's gonna figure it out and she's gonna conquer it and do it on her own.